Hello everyone, welcome to HW News, and this is the another episode of Newsroom Chat today. But we have with us very special guest. We are joined by our managing editor Mr. Sujit Nair, and also we have our special guest Mr. Raju Parulekar, who you will see on HW News Marathi in few days. So he will be joining HW News Marathi soon. So today we are going to talk about Kangana Ranaut versus ShivSena. You all saw what happened in Mumbai this week, because Kangana Ranaut versus ShivSena is the news that dominated the headlines. We will not get into the details, but we will directly go to the debate into it. What exactly happened and who fell into whose trap? Was it a trap led by BJP for ShivSena, or was it a trap led by ShivSena for the BJP? And was Kangana Ranaut a pawn in this entire situation? So first of all, we would like to start with Mr. Sujit Nair. So what do you think about this entire situation? Was Kangana Ranaut a pawn in this entire situation?
See, I don't think Kangana Ranaut was a pawn. Kangana Ranaut knew what exactly she is doing, and she did what she wanted to do. She did the way she wanted it, and what she did is open to everybody. So I don't, like we said, I don't want to get into that. But the point is, somewhere down the line, ShivSena had to protect their imagery, had to protect their branding, which they had, and for which they took the step they took. Like I said, I don't endorse that step. I don't endorse that step at all. But that being said, you know, it was more so Kangana Ranaut went very vocal against ShivSena, and ShivSena reciprocated it. So that was the thing. While I again say that I do not subscribe to what ShivSena did, I am very emphatically saying that if ShivSena did what it did, they say it is BMC, but I don't subscribe to that, and I do not also subscribe to the way Kangana Ranaut addressed the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. I do not even subscribe to the way that Kangana Ranaut spoken about Maharashtra and called Mumbai POK and all that. I don't subscribe to that view. So somewhere down the line, that's where it stands. So I don't see any point in all that.
Well, I would like to ask Mr. Parulekar. So what do you think? ShivSena, you know, in their general element, we have seen ShivSena being very aggressive, but this time around it seems like it has backfired on them. What's your view?
This time ShivSena is not aggressive actually. ShivSena is in power. So their aggression is a kind of a legitimate aggression. Because through BMC they have demolished Kangana's office, and it was, I think, illegal construction, as they said. Whether it is legal or illegal, we are not aware about. But still there is a suspicion that it is illegal. So they demolish, and there is aggression. Yes, definitely there is aggression. But see, considering the language of Kangana Ranaut against Uddhav Thackeray, Sanjay Raut, and consistently these BJP pawns like Arnab Goswami and then Kangana Ranaut, they are targeting ShivSena leadership. I think this is a DNA of ShivSena. It's a less aggressive, but still they are aggressive enough to break psychological base of Kangana Ranaut. Whatever they have done to her office is a metamorphosis of ShivSena. Means basically metamorphosis of Marathi people, because her office means what ultimately? Her bread and butter. So Bombay can give her bread and butter. So they took away that bread and butter in total.
But Raju, you actually think that this is you endorse what happened?
I don't endorse any kind of violence in any form, violent language as well as violent act, any kind of violence. I believe in, I trust in non-violence. But the problem is even our ruling class, whole ruling class in last 6-7 years we are watching the Akhlaq, Pehlu Khan. Nobody is actually supporting the act, violent act, but the party in power itself is not condemning the act. So they are again and again they are reciprocating the act of violence. So every party, I don't see, even in Calcutta you see the TMC, in South you can see so many parties, I can take names, but so ShivSena.
So what you are
saying
this
is Indian culture. The violence is in blood of people, and so political class representing that culture. We are non-violent. That doesn't mean that everyone should be non-violent. That is their opinion, their form, their expression, their style. So, if you talk about humanity, yes, as a humanitarian, we should not endorse any kind of violence. I'm not endorsing violence. I condemn violence of any kind, but we should accept the reality. That is what it is. We are living in a society which is an extremely violent society.
No, it was not a violent society till recently. I mean, where was
6
violence
years,
before?
you
6
say.
years. Yeah, kind of, yeah. See, all the names that you just took, be it Akhlaq, be it Pelukan, all these violence have happened recently. Now, the point is, I think see, there are two things what you're saying, and two things I agree. One is the fact that it is definitely, this is not a general thing. This is a political driven act. It is a complete politically driven act. So yeah, I agree to that. The second point is that somewhere down the line, what I do not agree to is endorsing anything of this sort. What I do not agree to is saying that something of this sort happens, so it's okay. It is not okay.
It is not okay. Obviously, it's not okay.
When Kiran Rao had said that she was not feeling safe in India, that time when the whole country erupted and says so she has to go to Pakistan, we said it is not okay, because she has the right to say that she doesn't like But
Sujit, I am not feeling safe in India, but I am feeling safe in Mumbai.
Correct. So fair enough. I am not disputing that. I am not disputing that. This is going to be a rock of TikTok. Huh?
Yes.
So I'm not disputing that. Raju, absolutely not. My point is, somewhere down the line, if somebody says something, that doesn't mean that person should be, that the reciprocation should be violence. That's or
But what Kangana said, she was not against ShivSena. She said Mumbai is Pak-occupied Kashmir, like Pak-occupied Kashmir. It's a very anti-national statement.
What she said, I definitely do not endorse that. I definitely do not endorse that. If the question is, what she said, was it right or wrong? I would say absolutely wrong. There is no debate about that. Raju, there is no debate about that.
And she is not neither thinker nor philosopher. That is not her business.
Correct. No, but take it up. But that's what she said. What she said is wrong. If you ask, we have the right to say what she said is wrong. That is our opinion. But to say that, therefore, her office has to be broken, well, I don't know whether that is...
but it was not illegitimate again.
Huh?
They say it's a BMC's business. Na?
Yeah.
It's a actually illegal construction. Kapil Sharma's construction, Shatrughan Sinha's construction, Shah Rukh Khan's construction, they
Let's
all
put it
demolished.
here. So,
Are you actually saying that, let's be honest with each other.
it's
Are you
history.
actually saying this happened just like that? Just happened without...
Yeah, I understand what you are saying is correct, but still we are so apolitical society.
We not.
Are we?
No, we not.
So,
but the fact
are we so naive that this is this is just a part of game? BJPs, ShivSenas, BMCs. This is a part of their duty, so they did it. Oh no, I know that they did it in a reciprocation of her language.
Correct. I agree, which is what I'm questioning. See, I absolutely agree to you, Raju. This was political. In the starting of this conversation, I said what she said was definitely political motivated. I don't think this is all for justice for Sushant. Absolutely no. I don't think there is anything that she is speaking of.
What justice for Sushant?
Correct.
There is no justice. It was justified in that point.
Correct. So I'm there. I'm with you. I'm not disputing that. She said it for whatever reason, for her political reason, for her whatever to maybe help some ideologies, to endorse some ideologies. She said that. I am not disputing that. What I am saying is, if we believe that this country is a liberal country, we believe that we have the freedom of speech. That is what Article 14 is all about. We believe that there is freedom of expression. If we believe in the freedom of expression, then the person has the right to express. We can go out and we can say that the person is wrong. There is no debate on that. We can go out and say, ye jo bola hai na, galat bola hai. Or we can go out and say every day, we can go out and say that galat bola hai.
We means who? ShivSena?
All of us. See, I'll tell you, ShivSena.
ShivSena is a party.
Correct.
It is not political party. It's a party in this particular case.
Correct.
Okay. So, what do you expect from ShivSena? How to react? How should, as a ruler, what do you expect from ShivSena?
ShivSena, the way ShivSena went about with Arnab Goswami, technically speaking, technically speaking, the way ShivSena went about with Arnab Goswami is fine. Okay, ShivSena went to the parliament, asked for a privilege motion and got the privilege motion passed. That is technically how a political party, especially a political party in power, should react. Now, that's a different issue. I still don't support
But
that.
BMC structural audit team visited earlier day means to Kangana's that office, and they took all note of.
So we are getting into a very detail, but let's come back to the topic of the debate. The
Yes,
topic
ma'am.
was what was the who actually laid the trap and who fell into the trap. So was it a BJP trap or was it a ShivSena trap, or did nobody decide whose trap it was?
This trap thing na, is not linear, it's spiral. So even ShivSena or BJP, they are not aware now that who is leading trap and who is getting into. Okay. So
Very
it's
correct.
a very spiral thing. It's like a web.
Is it like a table tennis? Like
Yes, yes.
you score, then
Every day,
the
yeah,
other person scores.
one all, then 2-1, then 2 all, then 3-1, then
Correct.
3 all.
Correct.
That way it
Correct.
happens.
Correct.
Okay.
One thing, absolutely. Here I 300% agree to Raju. I think the entire story, this is not about people. This is not about us. This is not about Mumbaikars. Okay, this is about two political parties trying to teach each other lesson. These are political strategies that has been played.
Yeah.
Okay, and one person is using one political party is using one person to play the political strategies. The other political party is retaliating. Like I said, whether they are right or wrong, that was a different debate which we anyway spoke about. But as far as your point is concerned, completely agreed. This is two political parties playing. This doesn't.
And the
involve-
worst thing is our priorities are different.
Correct.
Means poverty, our economy, our
Potholes,
COVID-19, China,
potholes.
all
Yeah,
these things
correct.
are most important, and priority list. Our priority list should be like this.
Correct, I
But
agree.
the media and every social media even they're ruled by this murkier game.
No.
Well, we are also getting a lot of questions. So, MSM has said that similar action were also taken during BJP regime against illegal structures of Kapil Sharma, Shah Rukh Khan, Arjun
Sanjeev
Kapoor,
Bhatt.
and nobody,
3 hours notice. Sanjeev Bhatt.
nobody actually said that Mumbai is POK at that point of time. So, why was there a need to compare Mumbai with POK?
No, bad. Completely agreed. I agree to who is this question?
MSM.
MSM. I agree to MSM. What he is saying is correct. See, the point is, who says BJP was right? I never say BJP was right. I am saying as an Indian, this should not happen to our country. I am saying as an Indian, this should not happen in our state. I am as a Maharashtrian, I am saying it should not happen in our state. And as a Mumbaikar, I am saying it should not happen in my city. That's all I am saying. I am saying yes. I felt bad also when somebody questioned Mumbai when they said compared my city with POK. I want to tell this world that listen, it is possibly one of the safest city in this country.
Yeah.
Mumbai is the safest city
In the Southeast Asia.
in this possibly in Southeast
Yes.
Asia, absolutely in this country. There is no other city more safer, and there is no other city which is so accommodative and so accepting.
And progressive economically and socially.
Socially also.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And so somebody staying here and calling here the city Pakistan occupied Kashmir or whatever, I felt bad too.
She is not aware about what Pakistan occupied Kashmir is.
I'm sure she was. I don't really.
She is completely illiterate
Correct.
about the geopolitical facts.
So I am saying I am with him. All I am saying is, the reaction to that. See, what happens is the reaction. It's like she said something, and the reaction was the state coming and breaking her office, whatever it was. Okay, that immediately to me, I thought I am not willing to accept that.
You were shocked.
I was not shocked. I was sad. I was sad because that's not how the state should react. Because that is fascism. I see that as fascism. You say something against the state. And
Don't you think that fascism is too stretch word in today's world? Means this act is not means there are so many acts last 6 years since 2014 we are watching. So this particular act is not a fascism. This semi-fascism.
The degree of
Degree is very
fascism
mild,
can
no.
differ, but it still can be termed as fascism.
Sanjeev Bhatt is in prison. There are so many people are in prison.
Raju, I am with you. मैं वापस बोल रहा हूँ. I'm not saying. See, I was hoping. I was hoping. I am seeing fascism all around. I am seeing actions, government actions that are taken, which are shocking, which are sad. I am hoping that okay, at least this government will not take it. I see this government taking it. I felt sad. That's all.
But
I'm saying.
I want to add one point here. Mahavikas Aghadi as a alliance and government, they are actually fighting with the fascist tactics of center. So in a case of GST, in any case, means COVID supply, and there are so many confrontation against center. Means even governor is involved in the day-to-day politics of Maharashtra, which is happening. This is new, unprecedented things are happening. When governor Honorable Koshari, he is involved in day-to-day politics. Every time BJP guys goes to governor, whatever. Means actual who is the chief of this state? Chief Minister of Maharashtra. So these things are happening just because of a fascist regime in a center. So the government of Maharashtra, means Mahavikas Aghadi, they are confronting fascist regime, and so ultimately their conversion is inevitable, isn't it?
Raju, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody boxes you. Okay, so
Yeah,
you break his jaw. The point is, what happens is the court still finds you guilty because you broke his jaw. See, I don't think, like Mahatma Gandhi said, eye for an eye will make the entire nation blind. See, somewhere down the line, I think, I am not even saying that, be a superhuman being and forgive and forget. But I am saying this action, which was so visually jarring, this action was not correct. I am still saying one cannot question ShivSena for putting a privilege motion against Arnab Goswami. One cannot question him because that's their right. They exercise their right. As a government of the day, they exercise their and a political party, they exercise their right.
Now tell me a very answer of this. Give me an answer. A simple question, very simple question. I would like to ask: how to stop or how to teach Kangana to speak constitutional language in Mumbai? A very smooth and constitutional language, to respectable language. How to teach?
First of all, why to give a political legitimacy to a person like hers?
See, who is?
Why should Sanjay Raut comment on a matter? Why should Sanjay Raut comment on a matter?
Kangana Ranawat, as a person, if she speaks, Sanjay Raut would not. I don't think he would love to comment. But as you said earlier, she is a pawn of a mightiest party of this country. Now it is.
I don't think she is a pawn one and all. Raju, I completely disagree.
She is representing.
Yes. Let's not use words like pawn because that makes her a victim. She is not a victim here. So let's be very clear about it.
Willingly she is doing.
She is willingly participating in this.
Yeah, and she is major. Yeah, she is major.
And she is major. Yeah, that too.
Well, a lot of blame also goes to news media because how they are portraying this entire issue and why they are giving a legitimacy to
we are also sitting here and talking
to the comment.
So,
but there are a lot of questions that
to her.
We are talking about why should we give legitimacy to a person like this, and why should we give a legitimacy to questions that she is raising, the comments that she is making.
As I said, the mightiest party
say
is
whatever they
supporting
can
her.
want.
That's the problem. When mightiest party support, means actually leader of opposition in Maharashtra and everybody is supporting Kangana. So the opposition party means ruling party here. So they are reciprocating her language as well as action.
Had they not reciprocated,
otherwise as an individual nobody would have cared for her.
Had they not reciprocated, I believe that this would not have gone this far.
I agree to it. This is because the opposition. Sorry, just to add one word. Your opposition party is not supporting her POK statement. The Bharatiya Janata Party now is supporting the fact that they came and broke her office. Now, see, how did you allow Bharatiya Janata Party to come in? Bharatiya Janata Party wouldn't have at any cost supported the POK statement.
See, Sujit, they gave Y plus security before that office thing happened.
Correct.
After POK statement and before that office demolition, they gave her Y plus security. That was instigation. That they were instigating people.
See,
Mumbaikars, Maharashtrians, Marathi people.
Let us go back to our basis or foundation of our conversation. This is a pure political game.
Yes.
There is no debate about that. This is two parties trying to fight and win and trying to Bharatiya Janata Party trying to pull back Maharashtra and Mahavikas Aghadi trying to maintain Maharashtra very clearly.
Yeah.
This lady actress, she is siding one side. She's been supported by one side, and she's taking the whatever. She's taking the word. I don't know whether we can use the word advantage, or she's taking the privileges.
Super advantage.
The privileges that this party is providing her. All that I'm not disputing it. All I'm saying is, she said that Maharashtra is, she equated Maharashtra to POK.
Mumbai to POK.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Mumbai to POK. Okay. The moment there were statements made by different people in ShivSena. Okay. All of a sudden she felt very scared. And then the Y plus security was provided to
even Himachal Pradesh, CM Himachal Pradesh, he's also BJP person. He also supported him.
Supported whom?
Kangana.
Of course, BJP. What do you expect?
So means why everybody is giving importance to the person?
She's going to contest in. I'm told she's going to contest in, or she's going to campaign for BJP in Bihar.
Yes. So her mother joined already.
So here you are.
Party.
So this is it. What are you talking? Of course we are there.
So BJP is supporting POK statement also. They are saying ki we are not supporting, but after POK statement they gave Y plus security. That itself shows that they are supporting that POK statement.
This would have happened. This debate would have been actually caught fire. This debate would have been raised all over Maharashtra had that office not been broken.
But have you seen that photograph of 13 security people on airport?
Yes.
That photograph itself is self
explanatory. Correct.
We also have to talk about the manner in which the coverage happened of the demolition of her house. We saw a postman was hounded by reporters, and
Yes.
he was asked, why did you break the walls of Kangana's office
The
and
famous
everything?
quote, "My postman who?" Actually, he was a messenger, and media is also messenger. So messenger they were
hounding the
harassing
messenger.
for message.
There was another clip that we
Messengers were
saw.
harassing messenger for message.
We saw too many lows for the news media
Yes.
in this particular coverage. There was one reporter who actually climbed on a JCB to ask a JCB driver why he is demolishing the wall. I mean, what do you expect the
From
JCB
From what do
driver
you
to
expect
say?
from JCB? To build a wall? No.
Now the question is,
He had his favorite tweet for that. You know that? His tweet said what? Shakespeare.
Say Mumbai ka Shakespeare.
Mumbai ka Shakespeare. He said, what's in a name? He said, नाम में क्या रखा है ना? ऐसा कुछ.
नहीं, that lady journalist asked him that ये है JCB के operator. She was right. First time मुझे लगा कि वो driver बोलेगी, लेकिन she said JCB के operator. आज तक first time she said कि operator. आपका नाम क्या है? He said कि क्या फर्क पड़ता है मेरे नाम से? So I quoted that कि मुंबई का Shakespeare.
but that brings us to a question: shouldn't there be an a body that decides what goes on air, what doesn't go on air, especially when it comes to a news? Shouldn't there be a body that will regulate that?
But now everybody is a part of that conspiracy.
How do you say that?
You go anywhere. You ask any guild or any pillar of democracy, and you appeal there and ask for justice or rules or regulation or constitution. Ultimately, in last 5 years, we are watching every day, every time disappointment and new laws.
Correct.
Lot of talk is also going on about what is the aim of BJP in this entire situation. Do they want to constantly rake up issues that will destabilize the MVA government?
See, Aarti, let me tell you something. BJP definitely is trying to destabilize Mahavikas Aghadi government. To a certain extent, that is what they are. That's their job. They are opposition. So that's what they're supposed to do. Now the fact remains that normally an opposition's job is to ensure that they behave like the people's watchdog, citizens' watchdog. They behave like citizens' watchdog. Okay, that's not what's happening. What is happening here is now we have either an opposition who, like in the center, where they have no voice, or you have an opposition that's the only job of that opposition is to ensure that the government is pulled down, the state is made completely weakened, the state is made unstable, and they form their government. Now this is what happens all over the country today, and BJP is known to pull down governments. We saw that in Madhya Pradesh, we saw the attempt that they did in Rajasthan. So we saw that what happened in Karnataka. So yeah, they are trying in Maharashtra, because Maharashtra they feel that they were cheated. But ShivSena very wrongly went and tied up with the Mahavikas Aghadi when there was a pre-poll alliance. So they are trying to win the thing back. That his statement of me, I will come back, his statement was, he's trying to prove, Devendra Fadnavis is trying to actually prove that what he said then was right.
This entire Justice for SSR campaign, we all know somewhere down the line it went from Justice for SSR to a political tone.
Goalpost changing.
The goalpost has changed a lot, and in the meantime we are also seeing a goalpost now shifting towards what is happening with Kangana Ranaut. So was this all issue of Justice for SSR was diverted and diluted just for political gains?
See, let me tell you.
But initially they had tried to with the Palghar lynching case.
Yes.
Same, Sadhu case. But that was crystal clear case of murder. So ultimately...
See, I'll tell you here also, what I want to say here also, Raju, I think, nobody was interested in Sushant Singh's murder. I mean, this was all done with very ulterior motives. Okay, the case was wrecked up because some people wanted to get viewership. The viewership they got, until such time that they were getting viewership from in nepotism. They went into the nepotism direction. Then they got into the viewership of some people murder angle, and some people going against not giving opportunities for newcomers and all. Then when in that angle, then now it is going in the drug angle. So whichever angle the case is being dragged in, they are going in that angle. Okay, at one point in time there was police didn't take action, that angle. Now unfortunately there are new theories that are coming up. Theories which are preposterous, some of the theories which are coming up, and it is being spread, and I can see even in my social media, I see very educated people writing those kind of narratives. About what all, I don't even want to talk about it because weird narratives are popping up in social media. It's very sad. It is very sad. It is indeed sad that this one case is being taken into so many directions. And somewhere down the line, now that case, that justice for Sushant Singh doesn't even exist. It is gone. It is now Kangana Ranaut's office broken. Now Riya Chakravarti been put behind bars. It has taken a complete diversion. So this itself proves to the state, to the city, and to every person who genuinely fought. Because see, people, the society is genuine. Society doesn't have any ulterior motive. When somebody goes and clicks into
except society on our WhatsApp groups.
No, but I am saying, I'll tell you, see, as normal people, see, every day
so venomous pop-up WhatsApp group pops up.
You think that is done by society? It is done by professionals. These stories are planted by professionals so that thing keeps simmering.
But our uncles and aunties and brothers and sisters are there.
But they don't make it. See, Raju, what happens is such IT groups, they put it in the which is precisely what I'm trying to say. There are certain WhatsApp messages, there are certain Facebook posts that are floating. That now since drugs is over, since nepotism is over, everything is over. Now a new angle is coming to it. A very new angle is coming to it. See, all these news are planted and it is put up in the society. The society very innocently picks it up because they feel for it. A lot of people genuinely feel for Sushant Singh's justice for Sushant Singh, and rightly so. Appreciate that.
But they are not hurt because of Unnao rape victim.
See, I'll tell you, they are. See, it's the way it's been projected. See, I think the way Unnao rape victims was projected, Unnao rape victim was completely a movement done by people. People spoke about Unnao rape. Here, it is not just people. There are professional hands behind making this into such a big campaign. When there are professional hands making this such a big campaign, this campaign is bound to be big.
Yeah.
As far as Unnao rape victim is concerned, there was not one single professional campaign. It was just happening because somewhere down the line, who would do that?
No wire security, nothing.
Nothing. It was just happening. That girl was her
father died.
Father died. Uncle is behind bars. Her aunt is killed. She met with an accident.
Her car was rammed with a truck,
Correct.
and number plate was blackened.
We showed that. The number plate. So all this, but there was no WhatsApp group going around. There was nobody signing it. There was no professional group in an office sitting there and making this and sending it to people.
Because it was happened in BJP government.
Possible.
BJP ruled state.
Possible. That's a debate we can do. But I am saying here it was a professional group trying to make this case, going to people. People, see, society.
See, Akhlaq's son, he's an Air Force guy.
Correct.
So now everybody is crying for some person, he was a retired Navy officer, he's beaten by some goons. So they were not aware that time ki Akhlaq's son is also a soldier.
No, correct. So I'm
one
saying,
wrong cannot
justify.
Yes, I'm not
another.
justifying, I'm just telling you, we should not forget whatever happened in past.
We
And
shouldn't.
Akhlaq died. This guy is alive. So we can't compare these two cases.
Correct. And we shouldn't either because both are wrong. The point that I'm trying to say is somewhere down the line, this is a campaign that was created. This is a campaign that was propagated. People took to this campaign because they genuinely felt for it. People have no ulterior motives. People took to this campaign because they genuinely felt for it. But finally, look at what has happened. It has come through as a pure political stunt. It is coming through as a pure political angle. The poor boy, that Sushant Singh Rajput, who died, there is nothing happening with that. People have the story has gone into some other direction. कहाँ से चालू हुआ और कहाँ जाके रुका और you see, are you getting it?
Yeah, but
Do you find it a coincidence or a concerted effort that now Sushant Singh Rajput's justice campaign has also entered into BJP's Bihar poll campaign? We have seen masks being produced by the BJP where they have said justice for Sushant Singh. They are
that is very much evident now.
That is what the planned campaign is.
It is very much evident everywhere. In even their poll campaign, they are using the posters now. कि हम कुछ करेंगे, न्याय करेंगे, सुशांत ये that kind of things.
ना भूलेंगे ना भूलने देंगे.
ना भूलेंगे ना भूलने देंगे kind of. And even Sushant Singh's family, I don't know for what reason, they are supporting this kind of.
But in the entire investigation, there was no murder angle to it.
No, absolutely not. I don't think even CBI guy told ki there is no murder angle. Just
as of now, there is no murder angle. And honestly, if you ask me, I think that is what the general feedback is. That it is still 174. Mumbai police believes it is 174, and they say it is going to be 174. But of course, we will have to wait till the investigation is over. But that being said, this is politicized. There is no question about it. This is politicized for Bihar election. There is no question about it, and it is absolutely sad that this thing is politicized. Now,
but from Netaji to Sushant Singh Rajput, every death controversy is profitable for BJP politics. They that's what they believe. I think every time they create that conspiracy angle, conspiracy theory. Shastri ji, Netaji.
Last time in he's so correct, Raju. Last time you are absolutely right because last time in West Bengal elections, during West Bengal elections time, Netaji's files were supposed to be made public. And Netaji's families met Mr. Modi. One of the gentlemen stood for election, his nephew or grandnephew or somebody.
He left the party now.
Yeah, I'm sure he did because So
ultimately he realized.
He didn't realize. I don't think it is going to work.
It is not about Netaji, but it's about Netaji of different kind.
Correct. So I am saying this is where it happens. I think this is what the thing is. I think yes, it is. Something similar may happen to even this poor young man Sushant Singh Rajput. I think this will be forgotten once the election is over, and then life will go on. Exactly like the way Netaji's files were supposed to be out.
The party will wait for a next controversy.
The party, I'm sure, will wait for the next controversy to happen. So that part is very, very sad. Yes.
Just one question. A lot of people are also, making this point that using Kangana Ranawat in Maharashtra politics or, to attack ShivSena, BJP is using a double-edged sword. We don't know when this sword will, backlash on BJP itself. What do you think?
I don't think when they are so mighty and they are so powerful and so rich party that I think backlash is almost impossible, because the day when they realize that Kangana is not useful, once her utility is over, they will ask her to keep quiet. Nothing will backlash them. Still, means till this date, the picture is like that, because they are mighty, rich and
What do you think? Won't she enter the BJP officially like Gautam Gambhir?
She will. Is there any option left for her? Do you think that she will act in Bollywood hereafter? Bollywood is going to entertain her?
No, I think Bollywood will not. Whatever little I know about Bollywood, I think it will be pretty difficult for her in Bollywood. I don't know. I mean, if Bollywood is also getting divided, but
the inferior quality people are always ready to work with superior quality people.
Yeah,
but if she wants to work with the people whom she respects or she wants to work with, they won't allow her to work.
As of now, yes, I think that is a fact. I mean,
What is the future of this controversy? Because as we know, Kangana Ranaut is not going to stop attacking the ShivSena, and she is not going to stop picking up the controversy. So what is next for ShivSena? Because Sanjay Raut has already said for him the matter is closed as far as Kangana Ranaut is concerned. But the BMC has already demolished her office. She has said that she will continue working from that demolished office in the ruins. She has also tagged now Sonia Gandhi. She has also asked that Sonia Gandhi should speak up in this matter. So, what is the way forward now?
She is kind of cunning but immature person. This will not last long. She is not a mature politician yet. So, working from that theatrics won't work for long. You know,
Yes.
working from that demolished office and all. So, ShivSena will keep quiet now, I think. What I know about ShivSena or any political party for that matter, ShivSena will keep quiet. And BJP will try to instigate ShivSena and ask her to speak. And ultimately she will lose. And again, that chessboard is open for both Mahavikas Aghadi and BJP.
What do you think? This table tennis game will continue?
completely. I don't think this is going to last much. This is going to all will simmer till BR elections. After BR elections, all of this will be forgotten. Then, of course, I'm sure Kangana Ranaut will build another, I don't know, maybe political career or go back to the films, which I find is going to be very difficult. But all the same, I'm sure she has planned for herself. I'm sure she has planned for herself.
Well, then that brings us to the end of this newsroom chat. Next time we will come up with a very interesting topic. Do send us very good questions because we are also want to answer these questions. So next time please be ready with these kind of questions. Today we did not have many questions, but also we had very statements from the people. Their sentiments we got to know in the comment box. So we did not take much of the question today, but we had a kind of debate on this particular issue because a lot of you, we know that asking us that why are you talking about this issue, but it is important to talk about this issue because we want to we want to clarify what exactly is happening right now. So that was it in this particular episode of Newsroom Chat. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.swnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.